But, the way the game is called and the rules, I didn't see the play other than live action. But I don't want to make too much of it because, again, if you've ever played this game, things happen so fast. It's like, wow. So the referees made the call, and whether you agree or disagree, I think they tried to enforce the rule as it is. And unfortunately, a really, really classy kid and a really terrific player had to leave the game and be ejected. And I hate for that to be the storyline. Yeah, the first 4 minutes of the game, the first 4 minutes of the second half are tone setters. And, we pick our 5 best players that play the best together that can give us the best chance to be successful, right? That's why a starting lineup is so important. But you want to be good in those 2 segments. And tonight we were good in both, the first 4 minutes of the game and even the first 4 minutes of the second half, which at times we have struggled. We talked a lot about that for this game, and thought our guys responded. Nobody that is more explosive than him. And Josh can do it a lot of ways. He can do it with the ball. He can do it running wide. He's had some of our best passes in transition this year. So he's not always the recipient. Sometimes he's the giver. He's the player that makes the clever play. But no doubt when a game gets going fast, Josh is really at ease, and that's when he's at his best. And we really pushed the ball early in the game tonight, and that's a big reason he had such a big game. When you take the guy's best player off the court, of course it affects the game. So just Trace Tinkle's presence versus him exiting the game, it's going to favor the opponent of Oregon State. But the other parts of it, I think were pretty inconsequential in terms of the coach technical or whoever got the technical.
Was this Koloko's best game?
Well, he keeps getting better. His shot blocks. He had 3 in 10 minutes. We're trying to inch his minutes up, get him closer to double figure 12 minutes. But I tell you, he comes in and he's just different. The same shots that seem to be able to get around the basket and go in sometimes, they're eliminated with him. And, the other thing is Christian, because we coach him every day in practice, Christian has good hands. As he gets stronger, he's going to be fine in the post. The one maybe missed shot he had, I think Josh Green found them in the high post. It was a tough play. He threw it really high. Christian had to catch it high, and that's one of those that you don't want to throw it to him there unless he's set and he could do something with it. But he's really been a big, in my mind, if we're playing better as a team, he's a big part of the solution.
I don't think I've ever asked you this before, but do you believe in momentum? You guys are playing kind of to build, it's going pretty well right now. Do you believe in that?
Yes, confidence comes with momentum. If you make shots, if you play, if you win, I think it feels good. But as you know, by our team, we haven't always handled when things have gone well. We've talked a lot about that. That doesn't mean that it's going to change. But the game on Saturday is like March Madness. It's a late season game. I think we have 3 left. Oregon, their program speaks for itself. I think they're preseason favorite to win the conference. They got an outstanding team and coach. They've been in the winner's circle, and they've played well against us in McHale. And we have to be ready. The last time that we went from a Thursday win to a Saturday game, it was USC to UCLA, and UCLA took it to us. So we have to play with everything we have. This is the teams that can play the best at this time of year. Great things happen for them, and we want to be that team.
Does Peyton Pritchard fall in that same category as Tristan?
Peyton is an outstanding player. The fans at Oregon and their program, and the fans at Oregon State and their program, I hope they appreciate how good those guys have been for 4 years and how many games their respective teams have won. And they've just really represented their programs and their families, and they're really good players too. They're hard to play against. And, obviously Peyton Pritchard on Saturday, he's the heart and soul of Oregon. Yeah, they always seem to me to hit their stride in late February, early March. They did last year. They were great in the conference tournament and, really got themselves in the NCAA tournament through that way. But we can't control them. We have to be ready, and we have to take care of the ball. You know, Oregon, when they turn you over, when they get key shot blocks, you know, they really benefit tremendously, and we're going to have to be able to guard some really talented players off the dribble. And we're getting better in that area, but we'll be challenged again on Saturday.